What's up, guys? It is Spitzer with the Fantasy Fanatics. Nathan, I think we made the buzzer beater. Might be live at 8:01.
Yeah,
But
we're good. We're
I
in
was,
here.
the coffee maker was taking a little long this morning, so I will blame that one on the coffee maker. Didn't even have time to turn my lights on. But
No
there we go.
worries.
It's 8
It
o'clock.
is bright and early.
Yeah, it's a little bit earlier than we usually do. Yeah, I've had a traumatizing morning. Not really a traumatizing morning. Taylor wakes up at 5:20 to go to work, and about 10 minutes before she woke up, she saw on the camera where people were trying to break in our cars. So
Wait, for real?
yeah, so it's been an interesting morning. So
Wait, did Joe's cars get broken into?
no, they did not. They
Did you go out there?
I did not go out there because she woke me up after the fact. But
Right.
no,
All
it
right,
really
yeah.
they she woke up I think about like 5:10, a little bit earlier than 5:20, and they tried to break in at 4:46. So
Stays from the mud down there.
yes, yes. But on to some news. Alvin Kamara is out. I think that's kind of surprising. People who planned on waking up at 10 or 11 this morning is going to be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, Kamara, Michael Thomas, Jameis. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do. A
And
lot
the
of
Saints will
lot of
probably end up.
Olave and a lot of Jarvis Landry.
It's gonna. I think the Saints probably going to win this game just because that would just make no sense.
Yeah, to be honest.
But I left some questions. I think I stopped answering them at around 7:30.
Yeah, I've
So
not
we
hit
should
any.
have plenty. Some other news: Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox playing. I'm trying to get to the whole list. Hmm.
Let's see. I gotta make sure I get Kamara out of my lineups.
Yeah, I did that. I did that. Oh, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, and Julio Jones all expected to play. Yeah,
Gonna be interesting down there.
that's kind of surprising that all three of them are back. Blake Borovitz says, had to change my lineup with that news. Thank God I'm awake early. Yes, some people
Yeah.
will. Some people will be waking up to some goose eggs from Kamara. Um,
But not Blake. Blake is on top of things.
he said, with that said, my options are Zeke or JK. Who do I start as my replacement? That's some good.
I'm
That's,
going Zeke.
that's some good replacements. Yeah, I'm need to see a lot more from J.K. Dobbins. A lot
Yep.
more usage, a lot more snaps. He looked good in
Holy
his
shit.
he looked good in his touches last week, but need to see a lot more.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey also
I did not
likely.
realize how many leagues they have Kamara in.
I have him in one league, so I was. Chris DeSante says a great day to be an NFL fan in Europe. Finally, don't have to wait till 7 p.m. for a kickoff.
Chris, what country do you live in? What country in Europe? I know we've got one guy from Portugal. I wonder where Chris is from. Oh shit. I don't know.
What time is it for Jay right now? It should be
Be
like
what, like
around.
one or be like one or two, I think.
I was about to say, yeah, around lunchtime, right?
Yeah. Because I texted him to see if he was coming to the live stream. He said not today because he's got to get lunch.
Yeah, it is. Chris DeSante says I am in Sweden. Look at
Very
our
nice.
look at our followers. They're all around the
Uh,
globe.
Very
We're
nice.
global.
I think my last name is Swedish. It's kind of weird.
Sonic Frank is.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
Very
gonna go
cool.
ahead and get. I'm gonna go ahead and get some questions. I don't care about your last name.
Let's get them flowing.
All right. Walter Rogers says full PPR Kittle or Higby. I am rolling with Kittle. I think Kittle's the top
Mm.
three play, even with Jimmy G. I think it's better than Jimmy G's QB.
Yep. I like Kittle. It's a matter of time before that breakout comes for this season.
Chris DeSante says pick three: Damian Pierce, James Conner, Mike Williams, or Romeo Doubs. I'm sitting Romeo Doubs. I think that's a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Completely
those are
agree.
three great options. Romeo could become a great option, but
Yeah,
it's
love the upside of Romeo.
but we're a long ways away from considering starting him over those guys. Even though Mike Williams, I got offered Mike Williams for James Robinson in a league, and
Mhm.
I am very weak at wide receiver, and James Robinson's my bench running back. and I didn't take it because Mike Williams is either going to score 40 or he's going to score 2.
Who's
Illusion.
your running back below below J-Rob?
Or
Like, who's your next one down?
my next one down, I think Brees Hall. So I had Nick
and you
Chubb.
want to keep him for upside, so I don't know.
I have Nick Chubb as a keeper. He was a late keeper. So I think I went 3 straight running backs. I went Kamara, I went McCaffrey, Kamara, and then I think I went wide receiver and then Brees Hall and grabbed Cam Akers after that because he fell. But who looks like the idiot now? PPR flex, Josh Reynolds, good call or too crazy? I'm not as high on Josh Reynolds as some people.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Chark is not playing, right?
Yeah, Chark is not playing. So
I mean,
it really
the
is.
hell are they throwing the ball to?
Reynolds and Reynolds
Cephas?
and Hawkinson. Yeah, Quintez Cephas, I guess.
Let me move this a little closer to me.
Blake Borovets says, pick 2 wide receivers to start in standard. Juju, Godwin, Deontay, Lazard. I'm assuming he's talking about Garrett Wilson and Amari Cooper. Do you want to wait to see how Godwin is before you start him, before you throw him in there? Because I think if he's fully healthy, he starts over any of these guys.
Yeah, I'd probably go Deontay and Cooper to be safe.
Yeah.
Cooper's looked
Especially
really
if
good
it's PPR.
recently. Cooper's looked really
Deontay.
good.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson has also looked really good, but we want to see how he is with
your main man back there.
I had to drop him.
Yeah, I don't know why you had him in the first place.
I had to pick up Craig Reynolds, so Kenny wouldn't pick him up.
Correct.
Okay. Chris DeSante says, that's my main worry with Mike Williams. I think Doubs could be a safer floor.
I do not.
I think maybe he could, but like the upside of Mike Williams is like a week winning. Like he could win you he could win you the week easily. And I think that Mike Williams honestly could get more targets and catches like with his worst game than Doubs could.
Is your dad gonna leave in Kamara? I just saw that.
No, I'm gonna call him around 9:00.
Yeah, I think Mike Williams has a higher floor. Because he's their second receiver, whereas Doubs could, like, when everybody's healthy, he could be like their fourth, third, second.
It
You never
wouldn't
know.
surprise me if Doubs went out there and had no catches. I mean,
yeah. Plus, you got Christian Watson coming back from injury.
we just can't, we can't overreact to, a great week. 3?
But it is encouraging. It is very encouraging what we saw.
Mike Seaborn says, have PPR, Garrett Wilson or DJ Moore? That's insane that's a question.
I'll go on DJ Moore. I mean, at some point he's gotta start doing his thing.
Nathan, I'm gonna let you answer this question. That's on the YouTube.
Okay, Brian Robinson is available in waivers right now. Hurt, he will be back next week. Do I go ahead and pick him up right now for RB depth? My RBs are Zeke, Alvin Kamara, Herbert, JK. We start to yes. Pick him up, stash him. I think he'll be the starter.
Nathan is probably the highest person I've ever heard on Brian Robinson.
He's a dog.
He is insanely high on Brian Robinson.
Blake, who do you have to drop?
Elver Gazzo says Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, Jamal Williams, and Damian Pierce. Start 2, flex 1, or flex Sutton. Non-PPR. I think the first 2 you got to start. And then I would say it's between Jamal Williams and Sutton for your flex. I'm going probably Jamal Williams.
Jamal. Yeah. I'd play your top 3 there. Aaron Jones, Javonte, and Jamal.
Good options.
Yeah. What is that? Like a
lot better than the one I'm beside.
Like 18? Yeah, not ideal.
Blake says, I'm thinking of dropping Lazard, but I don't know. I mean, if you have good wide receivers, then I would drop Lazard in a heartbeat. Because I don't think there's any scenario where Lazard is like a top 20, top 25 option. I just don't see the upside.
Yeah, I don't think you're like ever starting him.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have like a lot of wide receiver injuries, but I mean, you could honestly go to the waivers.
Like I would stash Dubs over Lazard.
Marquise Brown, Adam Thielen, or Chris Olave? I think Marquise Brown's the clear.
Yeah, Marquise Brown's like really good.
Led the league in targets last week with I think 17.
Yeah, and he does get, they've got Rondell Moore coming back, so maybe that cuts into his targets a little bit, but I wouldn't be too worried.
Yep. Philly Crypto says, do I start Ingram, Damian Harris, or Henderson? He had Kamara. I'd say go with Ingram.
Wait, I'm trying to look for his question. Where is it?
He says, with no Kamara, do I start Ingram, Damian Harris, or Daryl Henderson? I think it's between Damian Harris and Mark Ingram.
Oh, I see.
The last time Mark Ingram started, he was facing Tampa Bay. That's why we were not high on him. He has an okay matchup. I think I'd start Ingram.
I think I'd go Harris.
Guess who's back, though? Latavius Murray. He is back in the active roster. So, my favorite running back of all time.
Tony Jones.
Good Neighbor Sports says, oh, I like that logo. That logo's sick.
Looks like the Bills.
Shout out to the Bills. Well, with Kamara out, I'm moving Brees Hall into a spot from flex. Who do I flex this week?
Give me all of Tony Pollard.
He looks really good.
Yep. Give me Pollard over Ayuk.
He looks better than Zeke. It's probably Jerry Jones calling down to the sideline saying we need Zeke to get 15 touches.
We paid Zeke. We didn't pay Pollard. What the heck's going on?
If it's any other team, Zeke's probably gone. Like, Tony Pollard looks so good.
Zeke hasn't looked bad, though. Like, he hasn't looked bad, but Pollard's just way more explosive.
Yeah, and I just don't get it. Blake says, my wide receivers are Lamb, Godwin, Juju, Deontay, Lazard, Wilson, and Amari Cooper.
Get Lazard out of there. That's plenty of depth.
Yeah, I mean, you have legit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys who you could start.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stacked wide receiver room you got there. Good drafting.
On Twitter from Jamal A, Olave or Devonta Smith at flex? I think that's actually a really good question because Devonta Smith looked good. Olave looked good.
I might sound a little biased here. I might go Olave just because I think Devonta Smith could either be his number 1 target on his team or his number 3 any week. Like, I think there are.
As could Olave.
Yeah, but like not with the people who are out. Like, he would at worst be second, but I don't really see Jarvis Landry out target him.
Let's go Olave.
I think a lot of I thought Devonta Smith was the number 1 like sell high.
Yeah, but Philly plays Jacksonville at home, and Jacksonville's looked really good, so they may have to throw to keep up because Jacksonville's you smacked the Colts, and so they're surprising teams.
I think the Eagles will crush the Jags.
I think so too, but you never know.
Trey S says, morning, gents. Full PPR, start 2. A-Rob, Olave, Kareem Hunt, or Devonta Smith. Also, give Russell one more shot or roll out Cousins. I'm going Russell Wilson over Cousins.
Yep, me too. Even though it's hard to watch.
Yeah, just based off what we told the last guy, we'll go Olave and Kareem Hunt for your 2 starters.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a little worried about A-Rob. I don't know what's going on down there or over there. It's like he had a good week 2, and then week 1 and week 3 have just been duds.
Yeah, but week 1 and it's like the whole offense looked bad. I think I still believe in A-Rod. I think he'll be fine.
Do you still believe in the Rams as a contender?
Yeah, absolutely. We got that kind of loaded defense. All right, question here, or go ahead with Jay's.
Jaquez Moret says, "What's up, guys? McLaurin, CMC, Pierce, Hunt, or Gordon as my son's flex." I think this one's easy. CMC.
CMC all day. What's up, Jay?
He says, afraid of CMC not playing in the late game. Now, it sounds like he will play if it's a surprise inactive. Do any of these guys play at 4 o'clock? Does Denver play at 4 o'clock? What time is the Denver game today? Yeah, Denver does play at 4 o'clock. So if that is Melvin Gordon, you do have an insurance option.
Yeah, Cleveland's at 1, Houston's at 1, and Washington is at 1. So yeah, I just slide in Gordon if CMC can't go, but CMC should be able to go. I would be surprised if he doesn't play.
Yeah, it does sound, but with Kamara, you just never know. Trey S says one more for y'all. Full PPR, start 2. Brees Hall, Damian Harris, Jerry Jeudy, Allen Robinson, or Devin Singletary. Ooh, That is a little tough one.
I'm going Brees Hall and Damian Harris. Brees
Yeah,
Hall
I'm
and
probably
Damian
going
Harris.
first too.
I think Brees Hall is going to have a big week. And Damian Harris, I would expect them to lean on him and Ramondre with Mac Jones being out.
I do think Damian Harris might be losing that RB1 role in New England, though.
I think that is a bit of an overreaction.
Do I start Vikings defense with Kamara confirmed out? Who else is available?
Yeah, I'd say who compared to who?
I think the Vikings defense is a nice play today, though.
Yes. Would you start Higbee or Njoku? This comes from Evan Firestone.
I'm going Higbee.
Higbee as well. Higbee's looked good. Njoku had one good game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Njoku in his one good game looked really good.
Greg Shrinkin, maybe? Would
Yeah.
you guys start Mark Ingram over Etienne or Stevenson, PPR? Being that's PPR, probably not.
Yeah. I
Maybe
think
Stevenson?
I also think Etienne. I know this may sound biased, but I also think Etienne's gonna have a good game because they're playing Philly and they're gonna have to throw a lot. So I think this is the Etienne game where he probably finds the end zone.
Yeah, so we'll probably go with no, but honestly, him and Stevenson's probably a toss-up.
Yeah. I might start Ingram over Stevenson just because Ingram's like the for sure lead back, where Stevenson might not be.
Okay. Adam Weber says, or Eagles. So Eagles against Jacksonville or Vikings versus Saints. I'm going Vikings versus Saints. Even
Yeah,
though the
Eagles do have a
looks
good defense though.
so good, but they're facing the better offense, I think.
Yeah, let's roll with the let's go Vikings.
Jacob Anders says, would you start the Vikings D over the Cowboys D with the latest news? So the Cowboys face who do the Cowboys face? Maybe Washington? I think we had Cowboys as our number one defense this week on the rankings. So
give me any team with Micah Parsons.
Yeah, and facing Carson Wentz, who is just awful against pressure.
Yeah, and a turnover-prone quarterback. Yeah, I like it.
No shots at Antonio Gibson there. Surprised?
No, I'm holding back because I need the good juju from Brian Robinson comes back and takes his spot. Then I can talk shit.
Error score says start one. Mike Williams, Cortland Sutton, or Deontay Johnson. I'm rolling Mike Williams.
Mike Williams as well. Hopefully Herbert's ribs are holding up. I haven't heard any news about them trending the wrong way. Herbert's just such a stud, and we want to see like Sutton's look good. Deontay Johnson's looked okay. Hopefully for Sutton, Russ gets going and Deontay gets a different quarterback. But I would go Mike Williams. Yeah. I would argue he's got the highest floor and ceiling out of those three.
Yeah, his ceiling is just.
All right, I got a question here from. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Adam. Oh, okay. Go ahead, and then we'll answer some of the YouTube questions.
All right, need to start 2 in PPR. AJ Dillon, James Robinson, Zay Jones, or Cordero Patterson. I'm going J-Rob and AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I think Cordero's injury might be the reason we're not throwing him in there. I think Cordero's a stud, though.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Adam Weaver says, I need a flex. Alexander Madison, Allen Robinson, Elijah Moore, DJ Moore, and I'm guessing Romeo Doubs. So I'm going DJ Moore.
DJ Moore as well. I agree.
I think you could throw Alexander Madison out of that. He's only relevant if Cook is missing time.
Yeah, but make sure you hold on to him because Cook will be missing time sometime.
He is the number one
handcuff.
Yeah,
he's like the number one handcuff that isn't like a co-starter. I think
it's crazy how good he is when he gets in there.
I don't know the way Tony Pollard looks. He might be the number one.
Stephen McCarty says Jeff Wilson versus the Rams or James Robinson versus the Eagles. I am rolling J-Rob.
J-Rob. Love J-Rob.
Even though ESPN, we were talking about this earlier this week, ESPN is crazy high on Jeff Wilson, so maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah, I don't get that one. Like, I think that's a little excessive, but yeah, give me J-Rob.
Ro Cheetah says Jarvis Landry, George Pickens, Josh Reynolds, or McCole Hardman. Whew. That must be a deep league.
Yeah, I'd probably go Reynolds.
Yeah, probably Reynolds.
The Lions are going to have to throw the ball, and he's about the only one to catch the ball.
You can't throw Pickens in there until Kenny Pickett's in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Mitch looks so bad.
Yeah, let's roll Reynolds. I got a question here from Junio. Davis, Gibson, or Henderson, half PPR. He's referring to
Say
Gabe
that one more
Davis.
time.
Gabe Davis, Antonio Gibson, Daryl Henderson, half point PPR. I think we're going to be rolling Gibson.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Gibson. You
Last week, no.
got one more week of Antonio Gibson.
I am selling high on every share of Antonio Gibson I have.
Yeah, you got to sell on him. I don't think Brian Robinson's that good. I know you hate me for saying that, but I just don't think he's that good.
But Washington might think he's that good. I would get as much value as you can. He's going to play. Even if it's not like a starter role, he's going to play.
Jamal A says Mark Ingram, Damian Pierce, Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, and AJ Dillon need to. So I'm gonna go Pierce and probably AJ Dillon over Mark Ingram.
Yeah, for sure. I think AJ Dillon has a bounce back game. Would you start? This comes from Rare Optimistic Knicks fan. Start Mark Ingram, Jerick McKinnon, Nyheim Hines, or Tyler Allgeier. I think you got to go Ingram out of them.
Yeah,
He's the only starter.
Dawson Knox or Pat Fryermuth.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go Pat. Just Dawson Knox has not had any volume this year at all.
Yeah, I just you want any pieces of that offense. Who does Pittsburgh play? Oh, they play the Jets. Yeah, give me Fryermuth.
It's just you gotta wait on Dawson Knox. Is Dawson Knox droppable? Do you think with how bad tight ends are?
No, I wouldn't say he's droppable. If you got someone like Conklin, maybe pick him up.
If he throws up a dud this week, is he droppable?
Yeah, he might be. I can't believe we're getting asked questions like this. Josh Palmer or DJ Moore?
DJ Moore is. People do not like DJ Moore. Morning guys need 3. Not the sexiest names, but Thielen, DJ Moore, Rashad Penny, Josh Reynolds, Mark Ingram, and Romeo Doubs. So I'm gonna go with the 2 running backs, Rashad Penny and Mark Ingram.
And then you got a good DJ Moore. Yeah, I would go with those 3 as well.
So basically, you're sitting Reynolds and Doubs
and Thielen.
Yes. Jamal Williams or Courtland Sutton. I'm rolling Williams. Chris says half PPR. I've got Aaron Jones too, but something to keep in mind with Doubs. Yeah, I don't really think that affects anything. I'm sitting Doubs. I think he's probably the worst of these options here.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's head to the Twitter.
I'm starting from the bottom.
Oh, where are you at right now?
The full PPR question: RB2 Pierce or Connor? I'll just read this question. Full PPR, RB2 Pierce or Connor? I'd probably go James Conner, and then he needs 3 out of Bateman, Hawkinson, Garrett Wilson, Romeo Doubs, and Allen Robinson. I would go Bateman, Garrett Wilson, and Hawkinson.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that question real quick.
It's pretty far down. We've been getting a ton of questions.
How long ago was it?
18 minutes.
Okay, I'm at 23 minutes right now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna work my way up I'm in the middle of working my way up.
Okay.
Full PPR, need 1 flex. Chris Olave, Josh Palmer, Allen Lazard. I'm rolling Olave there.
Yep.
And also need 1 and 6-point passing touchdowns. Stafford, Cousins, and Geno. I'm rolling Stafford
as
rolling
well.
Olave.
Yep. AJ Dillon or Breece Hall as an RB2 in PPR.
PPR, I'm rolling Breece Hall.
Yeah, I think
He's
the
been a
gap
catch
between
monster.
those is I think the gap between those is closing. I think Breece Hall is only going to get more work. So let's go Breece Hall.
They're both going to play around 50-60% of snaps. I think AJ Dillon in non-PPR and Breece Hall in PPR.
I think Breece Hall is without a doubt trending up, and AJ Dillon, it's going to be hard for him to trend past Aaron Jones.
Yeah. There will be games where AJ Dillon does get his, though. It's going to be hard to predict.
Yeah. Half point. Or sorry, go ahead.
Gabe, Olave, or McLaurin PPR. Oh, this one's
I'd
tough.
go McLaurin. I love McLaurin.
Yeah.
Even though all three of those are good options.
Gabe has not been good this year. So
Well, he has been hurt, but I think better days are ahead. Half
Yep.
point PPR flex: Hollywood, Antonio Gibson, Ayuk, and Olave. I think you got to
Gibson
go
for me.
Gibson. Yeah. Last week of Gibson. I'll say it again.
Morning, start one, standard, Bateman, Waller, or Samuel.
Okay, see ya. I'm going to go up from there. You're going down?
I think if you have Waller, I think it's between Waller and Samuel. I don't
I'd
know.
I'd go Samuel. I love the volume he's getting.
Yeah. And he's looked good too. They signed him to that big money a couple years ago. He's been hurt, but now he looks good.
Yeah, and who knew Mac Hollins was wide receiver 1 in Las Vegas? I got one here. Standard Mike Wilson. Mike Wilson? Who is Mike Wilson? Or Drake?
You don't know
London?
Mike Wilson?
Yeah, who is Mike Wilson? I don't know if he's talking about Mike Williams or Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
How
How many minutes ago was that?
Let's see. It was at 8:21. I'm gonna reply Mike Wilson. No, I can't do that. Let's go Garrett. Let's go London.
Alex McBucket says, start or sit Brees Hall or Mark Ingram.
Brees Hall. Give me
I think
Brees
you
Hall.
guys sit Mark Ingram, especially that's full PPR. Even though Mark Ingram does have like a likely chance of falling in the end zone probably a couple times.
Yeah. I don't know. It remains to be seen how Andy Dalton does with that offense.
I think he is probably a better. I think he's right on par with Jameis Winston.
Interesting question here. I don't think we would ever gotten this if these guys were injured. Would you start CMC or Cordero Patterson?
Yeah,
we're going Patterson, right?
CMC is a top 5 play.
Yeah,
probably top 4, top 3 play, no matter what, especially if it's PPR. I am a little, as a CMC owner, I am a little worried.
Are you really?
He has looked dreadful.
Were you concerned about wasn't it a hammy injury that he popped up on the injury report?
I think it was quad. You worried me with the hamstring, and I looked it up, and it was quad.
Quad is no better. Like, both of them can be aggravated.
At least the Seahawks haven't signed a cornerback, and he tore his hamstring off the bone and got placed on IR 3 days after they signed him. So,
prayers up for Rhodes.
Isn't it crazy that Dane Jackson is returning today after just bending his neck back to his feet?
After looking straight at his butt.
Crazy.
First person to ever be at eye level with his butt, and he's back like nothing happened.
I think it's going to shock people when Tua comes back next week.
Yeah. And then gets dropped again, and you might have to call it quits for his career.
They're implementing the Tua rule, where it's if a player is stumbling at all, they have to be taken out for that whole week. So good rule. If a guy looks like he's dazed to dead, you got to take him out.
If he looks like he has a concussion, he probably has a concussion.
It's probably not back spasms.
A question from Justin Bellamy. Need one RB in a flex and half-point PPR. Jeff Wilson, Singletary, Godwin, Dubs, Thielen, and A-Rob.
I think if they're healthy, it's Godwin. I'm going Wilson today.
Yeah, Godwin and Wilson. Agreed.
Watch every NFL games live on TV. They left a few comments. I'm going through all of them right now. I don't know what that's all about, but
love it.
Who doesn't have Sunday ticket, there it is.
Love to see it.
We don't get free advertisements. Get out of here.
Dalton Schultz, Tyler Higbee, Mark Ingram, Romeo Dubs, Ramondre Stevenson, or Damian Harris? I'd go Harris.
I think it's between Harris and Ingram.
Yeah, I'd go Harris. Mark Ingram is very old.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going with the tight ends there. Don't play those tight ends unless you have to. Sit one, Ingram, Sanders, or Stevenson. I think this is crazy, but I think I'm sitting Stevenson.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
I like Ingram a little bit more than others. Even
is that David?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ingram, since I'm high on him this week, will probably end up with like 7 carries for 21 yards. No touchdowns. I'm really hoping to see a Olave game.
I think you will.
I have a lot of shares of Olave.
We got any YouTube questions at the moment?
No, just to watch every NFL games on live
Word.
TV.
All right, from Jason Beerline, who hits us up every week. We appreciate it, Jason. One of our day ones, one of our real day ones. PPR, should I drop Jay Warren
Yes.
and my kicker, Greg Joseph, for Josh Palmer and Josh Reynolds for the blocks? And my opponent has to start Claypool or DeAndre Carter in their flex.
I don't care if Najee Harris is out for the whole year. Jaylen Warren does not need to be rostered because Najee Harris doesn't even look good in that offense.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
I mean, Najee Harris, looks bad. How do you think Jaylen Warren's going to look?
He looks faster than Najee, though, at least. Najee looks slow.
Yeah, it's not a great offense for Najee Harris, who relies on blocking.
To rely on other people to score for him, essentially.
Steelers should have just let Najee fall to the Bills and draft an offensive lineman.
All right.
Stupid Steelers.
PPR flex. Would you start Josh Reynolds, Adam Thielen, Jahan Dotson, Devin Singletary, Travis Etienne, or Damian Harris?
I'm going Etienne.
I'm going Etienne as well.
Tyler Kelly says Drake London or Chris Olave, full PPR.
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
I think I'm going Drake London.
A lot of people have London and Olave ranked like back to back. I don't remember off the top of my head, but we got to be close on them.
I think we are higher on London. I think we have Olave around the 25 range. I think we have London around the 20 range.
London, I think London's the real deal. He'd be my pick there. But
Yeah.
if you can, I might try and start both if you got a spot for it.
Yeah, I'm starting London there.
I'd be interested as to who his flex is, like whether or not he would want to start him over Olave.
Oh yeah, if you're wondering what all these papers are doing behind me.
He's got a bit of a issue. What you've
Bit of
already put up on the board today?
Oh yeah, I've already done everything.
No Yahoo League on there this time, right?
No, the Yahoo League. So I did something different. Usually I have every single player that. So I have 11 fantasy leagues. Jesus Christ. So I have 11 fantasy leagues. And usually I put up all the players and I put what leagues I own those players. It takes like an hour and 30 minutes. So you know what? I said I'm going to pull my 3 main leagues because I think I have 3 main leagues. Well, I have other ones, but okay. So, and I put up those leagues right there instead of having all the players. So I think that'll be a little bit easier instead of having every player.
And then up top is all your parlays.
So like I used to have let me get one of the papers. So I used to have like this. where I had all the players and what leagues I had them in.
You have a bit of an issue.
But that just is ridiculous. Takes too much time.
I am in
Alex McBucket says start or sit
15.
Richie James. Wow, don't play Richie. Allen
Yeah,
Robinson or Josh Palmer. I'm going Allen Robinson.
Yeah, if you've got to pick one, I'm kind of confused on the start sit question. Like, is it like picking one? Yeah, because I would go.
We're sitting
A-Rob.
Richie James, Josh Palmer, and we're starting A-Rob.
Agreed.
But yeah, since we got some time to waste, I'll read out all my parlays real quick.
Oh gosh. Here, let me get a question real quick. Logicality grabbed Ingram off waivers. I'm pretty certain I'm plugging him in, but just for reassurance, Ingram or Elijah Moore? Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram for me.
All right, go ahead with your gambling issue.
All right, so we'll start from the right. I have $10 to win $19.50. Should I say the profit or like how much I get like in total? I think I should say the profit, right? $10 to
do
profit
whatever makes you happy.
$9.50. Christian McCaffrey over 59.5 rushing yards. I think that is a layup.
Is it though?
Because he gets like feels like 100 every game. Next one is $5 to profit 15. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Gabe Davis over 3.5 catches. Josh Allen over 286 passing yards. That's also cash.
Yeah, I think
Hold
that's
on.
free. I think that's a lock.
Drunk Squidward says, "Who should I start, DJ Moore or Josh Palmer?"
We've been
You're gonna
getting that exact question from a lot of different people.
We're going DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, upside.
Next one is Tony Pollard over 42.5 rushing yards and Curtis Samuel 4 or more receptions. That's $5 for $7.75. $5 for $12.65 is Jonathan Taylor over 97 rushing yards and Derrick Henry over 72 rushing yards. That's what we call it the oh no, we got to name all these parlays. $5 for 11. Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns and Austin Eckler over 58 rushing yards. It's a big bounce back week for Austin Eckler.
Whatever you say. We should make a video where like we go back through all your bets after the fact to see how he did.
I think the best I've ever done is like 2 for 8. $10 for 15 is Bills money line, Eagles money line, and Browns plus 10. I alternate spreaded that one. I think that one's cash. 5 for 18, Zach Wilson over 0.5 touchdowns. They are really hating on Zach Wilson.
I mean,
Breece Hall
for good
over
reason.
39 yards and Deontay Johnson over 5.5 catches. I think that one's cash.
It sounds like all of them are cash. It sounds
then-
like all of them are cash.
This one's the
Interesting.
disrespectful one. $5 for $4.85. Justin Fields said Daniel Jones just have to have one passing touchdown each. I mean,
Each?
yeah,
I would not feel comfortable with Justin Fields throwing a tud.
my bookie is just disrespecting the hell out of both of them. And then the last one is $5 for 10. Javonte Williams over 52.5 rushing yards and Romeo Doubs over 3.5 catches.
Thank you for sharing your problem.
So I think I'll go probably 2 for 10.
And net like a $20 loss.
Oh, I have one for the Sunday morning game. Hold on.
While he's doing that, Brock Thompson asked, standard Kareem Hunt, Christian Kirk, or Gabe Davis? I think we're going to have to roll
What was that?
with standard Kareem Hunt, Christian Kirk, or Gabe Davis.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk's been a stud.
Here we go. Can't look at my fingernails. It's a little risky, but I think Dalvin Cook
Yeah.
finds the end zone. If it's not risky, then
I'd be
what do you
nervous
do?
about his shoulder.
I think the Vikings, it's kind of I think the Vikings will score points. If Dalvin Cook scores a touchdown, I'll win my bet. If Kirk Cousins scores a touchdown, I win my fantasy. So
Yeah. Would you start Jeff Wilson or Chris Godwin?
I'm starting Jeff Wilson.
Yeah.
I want to wait on Chris Godwin. I'm super pumped that he's back. I tried to buy him all week. What do you think's a good player? I offered Michael Thomas for Chris Godwin. I also offered like all my receivers besides T. Higgins for Chris Godwin.
I love Godwin.
But nobody wants my stupid sleepers. So
You're still sleeping, in the words of John. I was at John's house last night. He said the same line again. Spencer's sleepers are still sleeping.
when did he say that?
Last night, we were watching the World Long Drive competition.
Oh my gosh! All right, that's the end of that conversation. If you're
That's
watching,
actually sick. That's
if
actually
you're
sick.
watching the NFL the golf long drive competition over college football,
Oh no, we were watching. We had both on.
doesn't matter. What are
Yeah,
you
we were like
doing?
cooking burgers and brats. It was delicious.
Okay, thank you, Nathan.
And
We
we'll
would
just
now be
like,
removing you.
slide there. Yeah.
Did you just say burgers and brats while watching the long drive competition?
Something wrong? And college football.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrong.
We had the Clemson NC State game on. Hey, what's up with you? Jeez, that was loud. What's up with you? Using the same little.
I'm using
video?
that same video every single week.
Okay,
That video just gets me pumped.
it's inspiring.
That video just gets me pumped. All right, everybody's kind of fizzled out with the questions. I think we're probably done getting them on Twitter for a
They're
little
just
bit.
a little. They're just a little concerned with the gambling issue in the background there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty pumped to.
You say this
go to
every
4
week, and then
o'clock
I like,
games
and then at like 2 o'clock, you do like a little recap, and you're like, nope, and this you're like, nope, not hitting, nope, not hitting.
I,
So,
I,
we'll
I
see.
saw a TikTok yesterday. I'm that guy who is like, oh, like somebody scores, I would go to try to find the TikTok, and I'm like, oh, I have him in my 11th league. Like I'm the
Yeah.
guy that celebrates every touchdown.
Yeah.
And
So
I
are we
was like,
calling it? Are we calling it a live stream there?
yeah, we're about to. I'm trying to find this TikTok.
No, I know what you're talking about. I think you've showed me that one before.
I just hate to be that guy. We have another question. I am not even going to try to pronounce that. Holy shit.
No, I got this. Prek Jureshov.
What is that like? What is that? Italian? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm guessing like Turkish or something. I don't know.
Start Amari Cooper or Damian Pierce. I'm rolling Pierce there.
Pierce.
Fryermuth or Conklin. This is crazy. That this
Give me
is
Conklin. Give me Conklin. Love Conklin.
Jurashai. Albanian.
Albanian. Okay, I think it was close.
Dude, we're
Turkey's
worldwide.
kind of close to Albania.
We're Mr. Worldwide. No, Mr. Worldwide is
Jurashai.
Pitbull. Can't
Jurashai.
disrespect him like that.
Mr. Jurashai, I appreciate you tuning in. With
There
your
will
question.
be no Pitbull slander on the show.
No,
This is
that
a
will not be
Pitbull
stated.
slander-free show. Dude, Pitbull made some good music.
What are we talking about?
He says, I'm from New York City, LOL. Where's Pitbull from?
Imagine he's like from New York. I think he's from. I want to say he's from.
He's from Miami. That
Is he,
makes sense.
is he from Miami or is that where he lives?
Nah, that's his. Where's Pitbull from?
Real quick
Miami.
before you.
We should have a little fanatic meetup, like a Pitbull concert.
Pitbull concert. Oh my god.
What were you saying?
We had one more question come in. Bench one in PPR: Bateman, Palmer, Pierce, or DJ Moore. We're benching Palmer.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
He said
Dude.
Pitbull's Cuban. He's from Miami. Pitbull's a lot of things. Pitbull's a stud. His music, his versatile music.
We should get Cole to make us like a Pitbull intro song.
Well, we got to get in touch with Pitbull's people and see if they'll allow us to
Yeah.
use his copyrighted music.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Little collab. I swear to God, if you DM
I don't
Pitbull
think
on
Pitbull's,
our fantasy page,
I might tag him in a post and say, "Hey, Pitbull,
you're
We're,
Mr. Worldwide. We're worldwide.
we have Albanian people on here. We have people from Portugal. We have people from where did that guy say he was?
Sweden. Yep.
Wait, is Clint Capella from Sweden?
He's from Switzerland.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
The Genevan Giant.
The Genevan Giant.
Go ahead and Google Geneva, Sweden, and just see what comes up. And we'll see where it's from. This stream may forcefully be coming to an end because I am on 1% battery. It happens every
why
time.
do you all do? Why do
It
you
happens
always
every
do
time
this?
because I don't have my charger here at the house.
Prex
All right,
says, "What team are you guys a fan of?" I'm a Lions fan.
I don't know. Go Bills over here.
I am a Lions fan.
Big Jaguars guy.
I changed last week after the Bills looked awful against the Dolphins. No, I'm a Bills fan. He's a Seahawks fan.
Yes, sir.
Sundays get a little.
Yeah.
little rowdy over here.
So wait, Carson's coming this time too?
Yeah, Carson's coming.
All right. I'll try and be over there a little bit before 12 today. And we will get the food cooking.
Yeah, I'm going to put the pizzas in the oven. You're bringing ravioli. Grant's bringing cheese bread.
It's an Italian kind of day.
I don't like Carson's bringing chicken wings, so I told him to, and he was like,
What a
"Maybe."
redneck. All right, well, let's say goodbye before my computer shuts off. It's on 1 minute left. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We love all the questions. We got a lot of questions this week on our YouTube. If you like what you're seeing, give us a sub. Look out for our videos. This past week we didn't have any, but that was a scheduling conflict. They will be back to normal schedule starting next week.
Yep. Peace out.
Peace.